It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Niners and the Falcons. All that and more coming up next.
First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple of years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs, compete for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end U, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
Here come the 49ers, and they are led by Brock Purdy. You know the story, taken last in the 2022 draft. The last 2 seasons, he has led the Niners deep in the playoffs, and it's his 3rd season, Greg, as the QB for San Francisco.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted 1st overall, or in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes.
2nd and 7. Purdy works out of the pistol. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
That's Ayuk with it on the left side. A gain there of 16 yards. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his 1st target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
A short game, down to the 7. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. To the back of the end zone, he's got it. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, 49ers. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg, able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game.
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Moody's extra point is good, and the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Avery Williams on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons, led out by their quarterback, Kirk Cousins, one of the big moves in the offseason. Atlanta acquiring Cousins in free agency. He had 6 years in Washington, the last 6 in Minnesota, and now he begins his run this season with the Falcons.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
One quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. That's caught. Ray McCloud. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now the 2nd-year man out of Texas, Bijan Robinson. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Devondre Campbell brings him down. Second down, Cousins. He'll get this to McCloud.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Oh, after the catch, he's hit, and the ball is out. And this is taken in by the defense. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
To throw on first down is Purdy. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
Just seems nowadays, Mike, there's so many running backs in the NFL that you can classify as being dual threats. Of course, we see them every week make their impact on the ground. But here in the first half, it's his ability in the passing game and do bulk of his damage as a receiving threat.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll motion over Samuel. Purdy on first down. Ayuk makes the play along the sideline.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On play action, here's Purdy. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
All right, Mike, at this point, am I allowed to call timeout? Because I would love to talk to both of these offenses. Listen, guys, ball security. Protecting the ball is the #1 rule in football. You got one side losing it on a fumble, the other side gives it right back with a pick. I mean, come on, guys. As an offensive guy, I want to see big plays. I want to see long drives, touchdowns, not a game of hot potato bouncing the ball back and forth.
Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's got this to Bijan Robinson.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. #1, the traditional handoffs. Yes, you have to operate out of the backfield like a traditional running back. #2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. That one incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll be 3rd down.
As a pass rusher, you don't always need to record a sack to make your presence felt. Creating pressure, move the quarterback, affect his timing. Those are all different ways to take pressure off your coverage unit.
Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. Here's Cousins. Now a screen, fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. And the defense has it. Any turnover down here hurts, Greg. These feel even worse because you have the reception. Looks like you're going to gain yardage. And then the fumble and the turnover, the defense takes the ball.
And they got exactly what they wanted out of the pass play, Mike. They're able to make the completion, but now as the ball carrier, you cannot be thinking, oh, I have to score, get it in the end zone. You still have to protect the ball. He doesn't. The ball gets knocked free, and the defense creates a huge turnover.
First and 10. Purdy. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
On second down, Purdy. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They bring a tight end in motion left. Not wanting to risk another sack, they're going to play it safe with a run. Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5. So the drive stalls out, and here's the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, to punt. Ray McLeod, deep to return. And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa! A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Cousins. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this first half. Just the lone touchdown in that first half of action. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the one touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0. As both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up one another.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I think we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the third quarter begins. Here's Williams on the return. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. There's Kirk Cousins. He and the Falcons set for their next drive. And as we take you back through the highlights, there aren't many of them from a quarterbacking perspective. He's been unable to sustain a lot in any of these drives and does not have a touchdown pass to this point. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Here's 2nd and 9. Now, Cousins. He'll get this to the former Bear, Darnell Mooney. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Robinson.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
So that'll bring up 4th down, and here comes the veteran Bradley Pinion to punch it away.
The Niners take over first and
The
10.
Niners offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Purdy to throw. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Play action now. Purdy. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. The offense trying to extend the lead, but the defense, not only the takeaway, but Greg, the pick six, and they can tie this thing up.
Yeah, and this game has been in the balance the entire way, and now for this defense to come up with this pick six, they've got a decision to make now, finding themselves down by 1 here in the second half.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. A play fake. Now it's Purdy. A short one there. Caught by Kittle. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver. Pick up a first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A massive play here. Late, tie game, 3rd down. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Gets this one into the hands of Juwan Jennings. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
I think the defender thought he had himself a pick here, Mike. He saw that curl coming the entire way, but unfortunately for him, it was a curl and go. They took him deep. Leads to a huge pickup.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. McCaffrey. Oh, yeah. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. On the run, McCaffrey. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down. Here's McCaffrey. Powerful running there, stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Now McCaffrey. And he will dive into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Niners 14, Falcons 7.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now, Cousins. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
11 yards on the pass there. First down, Atlanta.
Well, after that conversion, now the conversation on the sideline is, what do we do if we score? Are we content with just kicking an extra point and tying this thing up? Or does this coach decide to go for the two-point conversion and try to win in regulation? First things first, you're going to have to score, but, man, I hope we get to see that decision.
Oh, after the catch, he's hit, and the ball is out. And this is taken in by the defense.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
First and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. They'll run here with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Atlanta.